8 years ago, Dave Nemo came to me and said, "Hey, I need you to fill in for a show this weekend." And I was like, "Okay." Dave Nemo came to me and he said, "I need you to fill in for a show this weekend. It is a weekend for truckers show. I want you to kind of make an effort to head on over there, get on a microphone, and talk to a whole bunch of folks out there on the highways and byways, and keep them company. Just keep this in mind. We give them 5 days a week of rules and regulations. Sometimes we give them 5 days a week of rules and regulations that other people then take the same content after we've kind of presented it and either take our guest or our content and do it over and over and over again across the entire morning. They've heard enough of that. What they need to hear is a conversation that they want to have. They need to have a conversation about the things they should listen to, the places they should go, sometimes the new products and new technologies they should check out. Guy stuff is what he told me. There's plenty of ladies out there, but remember, the majority of these folks are guys in Guy Town, so stay there. I asked him one thing. I said, "Can I maybe push the boundaries a little bit? Can I maybe, offer them a chance to, while staying in the lane, give them an opportunity to maybe read a couple of books they haven't read, listen to a couple of shows they haven't heard, and maybe check out a thing or two about a thing or two along the way?" And he said, "Use your discretion, but absolutely, let's go beyond the common denominator. Let's go beyond the simple sort of, obvious cliched stuff. Because after all, while country and western music are a big part of trucking life, there's plenty of folks out there who like Slayer. While country and western music news are a part of trucking life, there are plenty of folks out there who like rap, as our friend G does out in California, formerly of
Yeah, buddy.
Pittsburgh, our good friend G. Um, 8 years I've been doing this gig. 8 years I have been getting up on Saturday and Sunday mornings with you. And in the case of moving to California to help Claire follow that dream, I've been getting up really early to the point where Lindsay has called me off the air a maniac, absolute maniac, getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning with you guys to prep a show, to get ready to do a show at 4 o'clock. Currently in New Orleans right now. Lindsay Lawler, of course, is over in Franklin, Tennessee. We're going to have the phone lines open. We got people queuing up as we speak. We'll get to all of you in short order. But I wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for many of you guys who have really taken a chance on a guy who didn't have a voice that many of you could quite figure out, who talked a million miles an hour, and who often hurdled you through history, time, space, baseball, spooky stuff, stuff that you never thought you might be exposed to, and you took the ride. Many of you took my suggestions and became longtime fans of things I never thought you would become fans of. And many of you have called this show and made me a longtime fan of things I thought I would never be fans of. For that, I am ever grateful for all you have given me. I have made so many friends along the way, and the chance to meet so many of you in person has made all the difference, to put a face to the name, to the voice. Most of you have looked exactly like I thought you would look like, and that's a really groovy and wonderful thing. And I really appreciate the time that you have spent with me. I did this first with Claire. I did it for a while by myself, and I realized at some point that I couldn't keep carrying that load alone. It was a lot. It was a lot to do, and I reached out, and after careful consideration, there was only one choice, and I picked Lindsay Lawler to take this ride with me for the better part of 2.5, 3 years. Now, I can't believe it's been that long, to be honest with you. I met her at a match, as I met many of you guys, and in that moment made a lifelong friend. From the bottom of my heart, I can't thank you enough. It has been an absolutely wonderful ride. We would choose it to be different if we had a choice in the matter, but we don't. That being said, we have made a choice to continue, to keep the adventure alive, to keep the resistance alive, and to keep you a little bit further down the road. The wheels have come off, but we are still rolling. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, friend. Well said. And good callback of and new use of the wheels have fallen off, but we are still rolling. It takes on such a more beautiful, profound meaning this time than when we said it years ago. I've known you for so many years, three of which have been on the air together. And Dave Nemo is here as well. We're going to bring him in here in a second. And I just want to I want to echo the sentiment you made at the end. I want to echo because we started out the show at 6 o'clock this morning saying this, and there's been a lot of people calling and saying, "Why would you leave us? Why would you leave us?" I want to make it very clear we are not. This is, as Jimmy said, this was not our choice. However, that being said, when change comes, I personally thrive on change. I really do. There's a lot of people that get debilitated and have paralysis, analysis paralysis, as it were, when change comes. I thrive because I see change. I see somebody pulling the rug out from underneath you as a sign, as a symbol of it's time to move on. And if you stay here any longer, it's going to end poorly. And you always want to go out on a high as best as possible. And so we're trying to take that now. We're leaving this platform again. I reiterate, not by our own choice, but we're not freaking out about that. We're using that as a sign and a symbol that it was time to move on. It was time for our own voice to expand. As we have the real estate here, as Dave Nemo has, and you have, Jim, for so many years, from 4 a.m. till 10 a.m. in the center, 7 days a week. We have occupied the real estate here. So for us, this is actually, it's a gift. It's going to be a gift that we now get to occupy 24/7. Our voice, if we're not done saying something when we're quote unquote supposed to go off the air in this new generation, Jim, we just won't go off the air. We'll just keep on talking. We'll pull a Joe Rogan, as it were, and continue. If our callers aren't done talking, we're going to let you keep talking. And now we have the freedom to do that, to say, do what we want to do, say what we want to say. And that to me is exciting. I like to ruffle feathers. It's hard to ruffle feathers in a corporate environment. Oh, no, it's easy to ruffle feathers in a corporate environment. It's hard for them to keep your mic on. We're going to keep our mics on from here on out. And I'm honored and grateful that Dave Nemo and you, Jimmy Mack, have given me a place to do that. I know I want to also thank the truck drivers who have embraced me. I remember when I first came on, there were people, some in our own company, who said, "Why would you be putting her on? That doesn't make any sense. She's a singer. What does she know?" And I do know quite a bit. I have walked alongside a lot of these drivers being out on the road, and I would never claim to know what it's like to be a truck driver, but I do know what it's like to be on the road, away from my family, away from my friends, trying to stay healthy physically and mentally, being away. And there's a lot of the similarities, a lot of the things that I write songs about. Because of truck drivers, I've had quite a platform and quite a career, both in music and entertainment, and in radio. So I want to thank the trucking community from the bottom of my heart for acknowledging me and letting me stand alongside you all. And letting my voice be heard in your community. I'm excited for what's to come. It's not how we saw it coming, but you know what? When life hands you lemons, uh, make moonshine. I don't know. Shake it up. Make lemon moonshine. Shake it up, shift it, and see what happens next. And I think big things are coming. I don't know exactly what it looks like, but I want to remind everybody that we're going to help you all in this transition. All you have to do is say yes, that you'll come with us. If you say that, shoot us a email over at weekends@radionemo.com and just say, "I want to join the resistance," or put any emoji you like. We'll take it. Any finger you want to use, we'll accept it as the acknowledgement of your coming along with us, and we'll make sure you know how to follow us. There's going to be plenty of ways to do it, and whatever way makes sense to you. Don't be scared of technology. We're going to make it work for you all. But thank you, Jimmy Mack, for choosing me to be your co-host. It's been quite a ride, and I think I'll end it here and say, I think what this 3 years on this platform has given us was a rehearsal, so to speak, of what's to come next.
I
It's
could
given
not
us the
agree
time
more.
to figure out what we're going to do, and we're going to do it bigger and better than we ever did here.
I couldn't agree more. I kept thinking about that with Bob Hope, how you become, cometh the moment, cometh the man or the woman. We're going to bring Dave on here because I want to do something before we actually get anything, Dave saying anything. I want to say this. I waited. I didn't want to do an individual thank you because I didn't feel it would be right to do that. Andre Thibodeau has worked 7 days a week, with a few exceptions where I got my lazy butt out of bed to drive on over to Ocean Springs and occasionally fill in. And I'm talking about Christmas Day and like a chance to go see Lenny Kravitz over at the Jazz Fest. I mean, that has been like the few exceptions here. Andre Thibodeau has, by himself, sustained the first 6 hours of Sirius XM programming. They haven't given him a plaque. They have not given him a big thanks on their social media. There has never been a post ever over there on Facebook. You know, they always love to tell us to post over there, and there has not been a single mention of him from beginning to end, and I'm including COVID as well, when he actually did a lot of heavy lifting for all the talent on the channel for a long, extended period. And they have never, ever thanked him. They have never made a public thank you to him. Oh, they'll give him a call behind the scenes and make sure their content's getting through. They've done that bit for God and country, but they have never said thank you. And so I want to take this moment in time, this framed moment, to tell my dear friend Andre Thibodeau, from the bottom of my heart, I'm prickly, I'm a tough act when you have to deal with me on a regular basis, Andre can tell you. But if you think, and Lindsay will tell you this, I see my friends, and I see my friends for what they do. And on behalf of myself and Dave Nemo and Lindsay Lawler and everybody out there listening, 6 years, 7 years, but the last 3 years in particular, he's done this job nonstop, and somebody needs to say thank you. So all week long, if you're listening right now and can't get in, because I know we're running over time here, I want you to light them up. I want you to light them up, and you need to thank Andre Thibodeau for all the work he has done for you from the bottom of his heart. That's enough of that. Okay, fine. Dave Nemo is on the phone with us. Dave, we got a lot of phone calls to get to. We wanted to say thank you to you as well for giving us this platform. Good morning to you, sir. Nemo?
He quit.
He quit.
He's done. He's done. He's like,
done.
I'm out. That's how I end this.
That's okay. I'm going to bring on Showtime.
I should take my mute off. Okay, listen,
Dave, is this you? Dave, first time on the air? Just figuring
First time
it out,
caller,
yeah?
long time listener.
First time, long time.
Yeah. Okay, I could expand and expound and reiterate. That was beautiful on both of your behalves and absolutely on Andre's. So, but let me rush through this, okay? Timing is everything, and the timing is right for what we're doing right now, or what is being done, okay? But we're fine, no problem. Here's the thing. I had a friend who's not a trucker, he's a musician here in New Orleans, and yesterday, he says, look, he says, all I hear you saying is that truck drivers invented social media on the CD back in the 70s. And he says, and then the next thing you say is, oh, I remember back in the late 80s when this trucking executive told me that, oh, no truck driver will ever trade his lunchbox for a laptop computer. And he says, so given that, why would you have any doubt about where you're going? That is where the people of trucking are already. I just responded to a Facebook post that was done 3 days ago from Joyce Brandy Sauer about Candy Bass. It was a picture of 2016 when Candy became citizen driver, and the Nashville TA became the Candy Bass TA. And I made and I posted that Candy is a remarkable spokesperson for the industry, and it resounds, that sort of thing. That's where everybody is, and that's where everybody's going. So we are following the truck driver's lead on this thing. The national anthem, why do we play it every morning? The truck driver suggested that. KRVN, Lexington, Nebraska, back in the late 80s, when we joined up and started our small, powerful, but small network. A truck driver called me and said, hey, that station on 880, guess what? They're not on the air anymore. They used to push west. We never heard them. A truck driver led us to our network on AM. Truck drivers led us to FM, all of the beta testers that were out there.
And they call all the time, like Showtime from Pennsylvania, who we're dropping in right now. Here we go.
Okay, man.
Yeah. I'll make it real brief. I know you got a lot to do. Hey, the wheels didn't fall off. The wheels are just going to roll down a different road. That's what we're going to do.
Exactly.
We're on the exit ramp. We're just going the wrong way in a good way.
We're just rolling onto a different interstate. That's all we're doing. We all know how that happens. Also, I know everybody's kind of scared and wondering what to do. I'm going to give you some real simple things. Go on YouTube. Just go to the YouTube page. Go in the search bar. Type in Radio Nemo. When that comes up, you can scroll down that page. You'll find the Radio Nemo. Click on that. When it comes up, click subscribe. Click subscribe. That will add you to their subscription. And then there's a bell beside it. Click all. That way, every time they post something up, that will show up on your feed. So everyone can keep up. That's how easy it is. I know everybody's scared of technology, but that's how easy it is to be on there.
You're right. Yeah, thank you.
I'm hoping that helps.
My man, you are the man. Thank you, Showtime. We got to get to the last couple of callers here. Brother, we love you. We'll be in touch. Thank you, man.
Keep in touch.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to drop Weasel in here.
Fast point.
You can make the point with Weasel on. Of course you can.
Okay. Hey, Weasel, good morning. Look, you guys, I wanted to talk about Okinawa and Bob Hope and Roy Acuff because...
And you have tomorrow.
To the first hour. I'm listening to the first hour right now, guys. I'm living proof of where we're going. I'm listening when I can listen. I was playing music all night last night. I just got up a little while ago. I'm listening to the first hour right now. And that being said, Weasel, thank you so much, and I'm out. Bye.
All right, man. Bye.
We love you, Dave. Thank you, Dave.
Dave is so stoked about all of this stuff, dude.
I know.
Dave
I love
is over the moon. Hey, Weasel.
Hey, good morning, Jimmy, Lindsay, Dave, and Andre. Just had to chime in for hopefully not the last time. Hopefully I'll get something figured out. You know me and technology, but I want to tell y'all I enjoyed all the chats and different things over the years, and just want to say hopefully it's not forever, but right now, probably goodbye for right now. But I'll still try and listen. I'll listen all week, so maybe this week we'll chat about
there
some
will
stuff.
There will be an app, just like a lot of people listen to Sirius on an app. There will be ways to listen that will. It's just we've got to get the messaging right. So again, the best way to stay in the know. Make sure you're on RadioNemo.com. We will have a step-by-step instruction there. We will have a support team, a.k.a. Tara the Turtle, and a support team to talk you through ways to get on there. If you email us, weekends at Radio Nemo, and just get on our list, we will make sure we will work with everybody. We give you our promise. We will work with every single listener one by one to find the way that works best for you to listen. We make that commitment. I will personally commit to do that with anybody as well. So I know it seems wonky and we're still figuring out the messaging, but I just want to make that clear. We will work with everybody so you can listen. And Weasel, we thank you for always being a dedicated listener and caller.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Okay,
Weasel.
I'll let excuse me, I'll let other people get on here, but you guys all have a good day. Thank you, Jimmy Mac. Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you, Dre. Thank you, Dave.
All righty, man. By the way, don't forget, guys, our Memorial Day coverage continues tomorrow. Dave's got a full lineup in place for that as well. Hey, low-flying Kenworth, you're the last caller. You are the last caller on the Weekend 34.
Let me see if I can tie this all in together. My grandfather was in Iwo Jima. My dad was in South Africa. And I was down in Honduras, all in the Army. Don't forget what Memorial Day means. Some won't come back. Some we lost. And it's kind of fitting that you guys kind of cash out on Memorial Day because you will not be forgotten. You will not be lost. You're just getting on that aircraft carrier to go to a different place and start something over. And on top of that, every couple of years, my birthday just happens to happen on Memorial Day, which is tomorrow. So everything is coming up roses, and I just wanted to say thanks for the good times, Jimmy. You and I have been through some things.
Oh, man. You and me, brother. 8 years of this. 8 years of this. And you were there when, if I remember correctly, one of the first weeks I ever did the job, I actually did it, Lindsay, I actually filled in for Tim Ridley for an entire week when he took a vacation. Dave said, go do it. I'm not doing that. You do that. And so I did that, low-flying Kenworth. I remember you being one of the callers then, too, man. God almighty. We go back a ways, don't we?
welcomed you to the air, and I don't know how to say it, but man, just like I said the other day, Jimmy, you're awesome. Lindsay, you're amazing. And Andre,
Thank you.
your name starts with the letter A. What can you say, buddy? You're top shelf all the time. Thank you for everything you've done through all these years. And
you,
Dave, if it wasn't for you, none of this would exist.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
That's
and
true.
don't forget Mr. Michael back there in Ocean Springs. He's an integral part of this whole endeavor.
Oh,
He is
we
in
won't-
more ways
for
than
it.
you know. In
we
more
will
ways than
never-
you know.
We will never forget Michael Burns. Thank you, Low Flying Kenworth. We love you, man. Keep taking the ride with us, brother. Thank you so much,
Will do.
man.
Already subscribed, man. We'll see you on the other side.
Yay.
Yes,
Thank you. Thank you. I want to say to Dre, because I haven't got to get my thank you for Dre. Dre brings an
Please.
energy to this show and this platform that is such a gift. He is so cool and in charge of the music. I'm excited for this next generation. Nobody fear. Dre is coming along for the ride. We couldn't do it without him. And I am personally excited, Dre, to get to lean into more creativity and more musicality with you, to really let your freak flag shine and fly as it pertains to what we're going to do from a production standpoint. I just want to say from the very get-go, you've been my people. I met you at Matt's several years ago, my first time popping on the air with everybody here, and you made me feel so comfortable as a fellow weirdo and peer and spiritual gangster. And thank you for the presence and the energy that you bring to the listeners and to us. We've had other producers on here that was that sometimes made it awkward and uncomfortable, but never you though, my friend. You always lighten the load around here, and I appreciate you. And I don't even have to get sad or sappy because we're just shifting this on to the next place and couldn't do it without you, brother. So thank you for keeping our mornings light and bright and all you do. Love you very much.
I don't know how all y'all can be able to like take comments and love and stuff like Dave did and everything, and I tear up after it. So I truly appreciate it. These past 7 years have been an absolute pleasure to me, especially getting to know all the truck drivers and everything. And I know I got the rest of this week, but I want to thank you two for letting me come in on the circumstances that I did and making me feel as comfortable as I have been, and giving it time for, like how you said, make my freak flag shine and wave.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I love y'all, and here's to another week of being on XM Radio, but here's to another beautiful rest of however many years to an excellent time
Cheers.
celebrating everything.
Cheers. And cheers to Jimmy Mack. You and I have something special. Thank you for choosing me. Thank you for continuing to choose me. What you bring to the table, coupled with what I bring to the table, is really cool. But I admire your mind so much, my brother, and I can't wait to see what we do when unhinged, when unleashed. Thank you for choosing me, because you are a beautiful mind that sees me and gets me like no one ever has. And I admire you greatly for that and for all you do. So thank you, my friend.
You're welcome. The Motor Mouth and the Mouth of the South have got a mouth times 2, and we're going to be broadcasting wide and everywhere.
Time to wrap it up. Come on.
Keep the drive alive, folks.
And get home, wherever that may be. We're going to go find our home. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this.
And not just thank you, Dave. Thank you,